All right, want to get you updated now on the weather. This is a live look outside in the Vigo County, Terre Haute area. You can see wet roadways here. Storms are making their way into Indiana and toward us. We are under a weather impact alert. We're talking about heavy rain, damaging winds, even tornadoes, all a possibility tonight. So we want to make sure you are safe and you are prepared as these storms are headed in. And they're packing quite a punch headed into western Indiana.
They are, especially just south of Terre Haute and just north of Terre Haute. So very close to where we saw that camera. Let me update you on what we're seeing on radar. There's a couple of areas that Sean and I are really starting to get concerned about just south of Terre Haute. Let me show you. Here's what we're looking at on radar right now. From this larger view, you can see there's a shield of rain where we are seeing some rain fall, but then back behind this, there's this little bit of a curlicue here. This is the overall complex, but within that, we have a couple of little spin-ups that have been showing up. And by the way, these have been confirmed tornadoes on the ground farther to the west. As they've moved east, we no longer have a confirmation, but I got to tell you, one of the signatures that we're looking at right now, just south of Terre Haute with this particular tornado warning, has us a bit concerned. Also, severe thunderstorm warnings where the winds could gust as high as 70 miles per hour. Let's talk about these two tornado warnings briefly. We actually have two that are in place, one for Vigo County up into Park County. This is going to go until 6:30, and then the other one here just to the south, we're talking about maybe into Sullivan County here, and this is the one that we're most concerned about. You can almost make it out on the regular radar. You'll see a little bit of a spin here, but when I put on the storm relative velocity, I'm just going to move the radar just a bit so I can pick up the Indy radar. There's quite a bit of a signature here, just very close. Let me actually get in a little bit closer just to show you the town there, because it's getting pretty close to one small town that we were looking at, and it'll pop up here for us right near Shelburne. From both radars, we actually get a good view of a pretty significant signature of what we would see when it comes to looking at that rotation. Let me actually go back and bring that back up for you, just because this is the area we're talking about. South of Farmersburg, here's Shelburne. This is going to be moving east. Eventually, we'll see there's the new scan that's coming in, and unfortunately, it is still holding together, and if anything, it may be actually holding its strength quite a bit. Again, this is not confirmed just yet. Right now, it's just a radar indicated tornado, but we're going to be watching that one carefully. And again, it's another area where this same cell has produced multiple tornadoes back to the west into parts of Illinois. We will have to watch that carefully. The atmosphere is ripe for this type of development. We have a level 2 threat on a scale of 1 to 5. Now, that doesn't sound like very much, but most of that threat is coming from the possibility of tornadoes. All the area that you see kind of in this orange shade, there's about a 5% probability that in any given point within about 25 miles you could see a tornado. And the hatching that you see there is because the atmosphere is ripe enough that we think it could be strong tornadoes, potentially long-lived tornadoes that stay on the ground for a while. So this is an atmosphere that's unfortunately going to be like this at least through the rest of this evening, probably at least through about midnight or so. That's why the watch is in place until midnight. It essentially includes Indianapolis and everywhere to the south for that complex that's moving in. Here's future track. It'll show that continuing to push east. Here's 7 p.m., so about 40 minutes from now. I expect that'll be right over Indy between 8 and 9 o'clock, potentially with tornado warnings still along with it. We'll be watching any spin-ups along that complex and then continuing to push east through about midnight. Hopefully by that point the system will be winding down, but we could still see warnings even up until about 1 or 2 in the morning before that moves out of here. Let's actually talk about the 7-day forecast just because I want you to see this very quickly. The showers should be out of here sometime midday on Monday, but couldn't rule it out in the early part of the day. And then it's quiet Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and even into Friday. By Saturday and Sunday, a significant chance of showers and storms returns. And again, just wanted to get you updated again. We are still tracking these warnings that are pushing into central Indiana.